Hi, welcome back to Homeschool Piece. I'm Cassandra. Today I'm going to be sharing with you WriteShop Junior Level D. In this video today, I'm going to be sharing how I set up the material for this upcoming school year, giving you a tour of our WriteShop, as well as flipping through the teacher guide and some of the student pages. This is the material I'll be using with my 4th grader for this upcoming school year. For WriteShop Junior Level D, it's recommended for students between the ages of 8 to 11, so it fits really well for, say, your 4th grade to 6th grade level. There are 3 different categories of the WriteShop program. You have your primary level, which would be books A, B, and C. That's going to be for more like your 5-year-olds up to, say, 8 or 9-year-olds. Then it moves into WriteShop Junior, which this is the first level for WriteShop Junior. So that would start right around, say, 8 years old up to 11. And then the last sort of category they have is just their WriteShop 1 and WriteShop 2. That's going to be for your 11 to, say, 17-year-old students. So this one's a really great fit for my 4th grader for this upcoming school year. There are 10 writing projects included in this level. With those 10 writing projects, there are 10 lessons. It is estimated that it takes about 3 weeks to get through one of the lessons or one of the writing projects. So for your student for a complete school year, you would think it would take about 30 weeks to go through this complete book. There is an alternate schedule included in the teacher's manual. If you really would like to go a little bit faster, you can get done in just 20 weeks. Here in our home, we definitely plan to just spread this out over the complete school year, getting Level D done over the complete 4th grade year. With each of the writing projects, it really varies with the topics. You know, there's things from just learning how to write a letter to poetry, historical fiction, nonfiction, making humorous stories, adventure stories. So wide topics of writing prompts that the student will be going through. The main thing that you're going to be doing is really just sitting with your student and teaching them the writing process, learning how to just get those words on paper, getting that first draft together, going through editing, and then they even pull together some grammar as well as punctuation skills that you'll be working with them on to really evaluate their writing to see how can they make their paper or their story better, as well as working with them to publish and present their ideas. So along with what I have in front of me right now, I have the teacher's guide, which has all the lesson materials in it, and it really just goes line by line of how to present these topics to your kids and how to walk through the lessons for each day and all the activities. Along with the teacher's manual is the activity pack. The activity pack has really 2 main things in it. It has the student pages as well as the grammar pages as well. And so when we go through in my WriteShop and how I have this all set up, I'll show you where those grammar pages come in play, as well as the student pages and how I have this prepared for our upcoming school year. Here in our homeschool room, we have this small cubby that's underneath our stairwell. What's really nice is there's walls on both sides, so it really creates this private area for being able to work and write. So I was able to really set up this space to be our WriteShop with all the materials that my student will need for writing right in this area. So I'm just going to take you through some of the spaces within our WriteShop. I'm now inside our little WriteShop cubby, and the first wall to share with you is our reference wall. I was able to get this really nice poster from Amazon. I do have the link below if you want to pick it up, but it has like pre-write, edit, publish with just some information for going through the writing process. I also have this nice little clip back here that I can put signs up and quickly change them as we go through the different writing steps. I'm sure we're going to add to it as the year goes on. So now let's go take a look at some of those grammar cards. On the opposite wall of our WriteShop, I have this really nice file folder that I was able to pick up. It has 5 different pockets in it, and it can hold, I have 2 folders per each pocket. So again, we have 10 writing projects. Along with these writing projects are the fold and go grammar cards. The grammar pages are included right here in this activity pack. So I already had opened this up. As you can see, there's nothing on this side because I actually pulled those off and prepared them in this file wall holder. So let me just show them to you. So something like for the first lesson, they're going to be practicing punctuation marks. So I have it right here, these colored sheets. The steps for how to do this are right in the teacher's manual, and it might look like a lot of work, but once you just sat there and did one, it was really easy just to get all 10 set up. And so you just cut them and you staple right in the center of the folder so it can open up. And so during your lessons for, say, the first writing project, you'll sit with your student and talk about question marks and quotation marks, apostrophes, commas, exclamation points, and periods. And so you're going to be practicing some of the information that they probably already know, but reviewing that, as well as they can see some references for how are apostrophes used, when are commas used. And so they can use this as a reference tool then when writing. And then in the bottom, it says your turn. So during the lessons, they're able to practice using apostrophes or using question or quotation marks or question marks, and they're able to practice that. But then what's really nice is when they're done, this can go right here, right inside our WriteShop. So anytime there's a question for verbs, pronouns, how to and when to capitalize, my student can pull this out and use this actually as a reference tool then when writing. But when to use these, how these are used are included right in the lesson material and the teacher guide. Here on the desk of our WriteShop, I do have a few reference items such as like the dictionary and thesaurus. I do have a whiteboard that my student can use to write down some brainstorming ideas. In the desk area, I did set up a couple different sections for the writing process. So for mine, there's some really great ideas in the teacher's manual doing different bins and boxes. I decided to use just these things because I had a drawer available. I do have it labeled for the pre-write and draft, revise and edit, and evaluate and publish. Some things I have in here are just items that the teacher's manual suggested, like just some pencils and markers. For in the revise and edit, some really fun things like they suggest like having some finger puppets that the student can use, like when editing, they can move the finger puppet over their story or project. Just some whiteout, some stickers, highlighters, so they can highlight the things that need to be changed, but also highlight the good things that they were able to do in their story or writing project. For the evaluate and publish, just a few items that would always stay in this drawer, things like scissors, glue, tape, things like that. Most of these items I have also available in my homeschool space and room, but these items are nice to be here, dedicated items right here in the WriteShop. The last thing I have in the back is some noise canceling headphones, which will really be great if it is more of a noisy day in our schoolroom. And I also have an accordion folder that I'm going to go through next that goes through each lesson and how I have those set up for the school year. It is suggested to have paper and construction paper file folders accessible for your student to use while putting together and publishing their stories and writing. Here in our schoolroom, I already have an area set up for that. It's just a step away from where we have the WriteShop. So my students know at all times they can come here to get construction paper. I have some thicker cardstock as well as some just loose leaf lined paper. I also have a large stack on this side of just more file folders that they can use for publishing their work. So for my students, I didn't really need to set up a separate area to be able to access this paper since we already had it. But if you're looking to set up your WriteShop, you want to make sure you also have some paper available along with the other supplies that I shared in our WriteShop drawer. I did choose to use more of an accordion style folder for organizing the material for WriteShop. I just felt like it fit better with the type of material I was using and looking at. In the beginning of the accordion, I do have my student journal. This was really easy to put together. I just took a 3-prong folder and I put his name on it, and then I copied any of the pages that I needed for him for his reading log, as well as a journal prompt and then some blank journaling pages. Part of the lessons is going to be teaching the student how to just do some journaling, which is what this is for. Going down the top of the accordion, I have one tab for each of the writing projects or lessons, and I have all the lesson material right in each tab. So if I look at lesson number 1, I have all the pages that I'll be going through with my student. There's an activity with making, organizing a letter, as well as just some drafting things for brainstorming a letter, and also punctuation. So it's everything I need for lesson number 1 is included right in that tab along with then, of course, all the other lessons as well. So I can just open it up and just go with each lesson. At the back of the accordion, I do have some of the teacher's information as well as some of the answer keys included. So just everything in one spot, and I'm able to store it right in the drawer of our WriteShop. I hope you enjoyed going through all this WriteShop material and seeing how I put together our WriteShop. If you have any questions, please leave those below. And also, if you're interested in seeing a full sample lesson for one of the writing activities, let me know below. I would love to be able to put together another video that just goes through a full sample lesson if that's something that interests you. Before you leave, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.